Yay. Ugo, I can see Ugo. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the early birds. We'll soon be starting shortly, just waiting for the few people to come in. Thank you so much for coming. So excited this evening. Awesome. Just trying to explain that for me. It looks like I'm frozen. Everyone is frozen. Blessing.
Yes.
Can you? Yeah, okay, that's better. Lovely. Okay. I think, and I have to mute everyone. So I'm gonna mute everyone, girls, and then you can then unmute yourselves. Okay? Mute or so you can unmute yourself, please, Blessing and Vanessa.
Yeah, we've done that.
Lovely, awesome. Okay. So yes, we'll just give it about 2 minutes, 2 more minutes for those that are still logging in to come in before we start. Your Auntie Aisha is here, Blessing. So welcome, Aisha. Welcome, Sister Zara. Welcome, Cynthia, Dee, Ugo, Caroline. Welcome. Galaxy A10, I don't know who that is. Gloria. I have a few Gloria friends, so I actually don't know which Gloria it is, but welcome, Gloria. And then Dr. Sadie is also here. I'm so excited to have you all come to support us, to support the girls. Who else is here? Just waiting at least another minute or so, and then we'll get started. Thank you so much for giving your evening to be here with us. The girls are excited, are you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, because you've been working hard for this, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So it is a minute, about 2 minutes past now. I'm going to get started. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much once again for coming. Thank you for coming to support us, to support the girls. They have been working hard and during lockdown especially to get this course out. They have been, they've been doing their own thing in terms of their businesses on Instagram. And Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa. Good evening. So yes, they have been working hard for this, and I'm so pleased that at long last it is ready to be out. And I'm going to be asking them a few questions so that they can let everyone knows what they've been up to and what they are doing to support themselves and as well as help other youngsters as well. So I will be starting with Vanessa. So hello, Vanessa. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Good. Right. So my first question to you is that what made you start a business in social media? If you can let us know how the journey started, please.
Okay, so for as long as I can remember, really, I've had a huge interest in creative subjects. So started off with mainly drawing, but it went on to, photography and painting, all sorts of different things. And so for a long time throughout primary and through the beginning of secondary as well, I spent a lot of my time experimenting with different creative subjects. And I knew that I wanted to pursue it as a career path, but I didn't know how I would go about that. I didn't know if I'd be able to get into an art college, get an art job, that kind of thing. So I thought, hey, I could maybe in the meantime just use it as a hobby, as a pastime. And so this was around the time, I think I was around 12 or so. This was around the time when my mum was starting her business. So I was, you know, taking some inspiration from that. And I thought, hey, I enjoy photography. I can see that my mum is getting involved in social media, so why don't I give it a go as well, just for fun. I landed on food photography because I was just interested in the subject. And so I started off by taking pictures from Google that I liked and then reposting them. And then I gained a bit of a following. And then I started to, you know, gain confidence as I went along and started incorporating my own pictures into the account as well. And I realized that I enjoyed posting my content, my own content, more than posting the ones off of Google.
Okay.
And my followers did as well. So I kind of just stuck to that, and then that's what I've been doing. And
Wonderful.
yeah, it's been great.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Hello, Blessing. How are you?
Hi, I'm great, thank you.
Wonderful. So yes, you have been doing Instagram as well, mainly on beauty. What made you start your journey on Instagram?
So for me, like I would definitely say kind of when I hit the teenage years, like one, I started getting acne, skin was breaking out, and two, obviously a lot of girls my age and I as well wanted to like do makeup and stuff like that. I was banned from doing makeup, so I kind of just focused all my time and energy onto my skin instead. And so I kind of just did that for a bit, and then I started thinking, like, why don't I start posting like tips and stuff so that other people can have the types of advice that probably I didn't have when I was trying to take care of my skin. So it kind of just so I started the account in 2018 with Vanessa, and then things dropped a bit. I went off to do my GCSEs, and then after that came back, started posting a lot more, and then yeah, in the past years everything's pretty much just blown up. I've done a crazy amount and I'm still posting.
Wonderful, great. So you then transitioned that, taking it as a hobby into a business. What sort of service do you provide, Vanessa, your clients?
So I do several. Sticking to the food photography side of things, I usually get complimentary invites from restaurants all around London. So for example, Shake Shack, Pamban, German Doner Kebab, like some of the bigger restaurants and some of the smaller ones, and they invite me either through a PR company or just through DMs, email, and I go there, eat the food, take pictures, and then review them on my Instagram account. Or sometimes I get brands reaching out to me asking to do giveaways, or asking me to endorse their products. So that's the food side of things. But I also am into web design, and graphic designs, because I guess that sort of branched off of the food photography because I was getting into blogging as well. So I do provide web design services and graphic design services to some clients. Yeah.
Well, that's exciting because some of your clients are on this platform as well.
Yeah.
I see, I can see her. I don't know if, and then Maureen, I can see Maureen as well. So that's really interesting. So what about you, Blessing? What do you provide? What service do you provide for your clients?
Well, so because like I'm on Instagram, I'd say what I mainly do is like shout out companies and stuff like that. So like promote their products. A couple of times I've been given like skincare products to like post about and promote, so that's pretty cool. And then sometimes I just get people who just want me to shout them out or something like that.
Yeah, and then do you get paid for that?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay, and so do you reach out to them by yourself, or do they come to
To be
you?
honest, all I really put is that I accept paid promos, and then from there they pretty much just message me and ask me how.
Okay, that's pretty awesome, isn't it? So coming back to the journey, because I know that it's taking a while to get you girls here. Vanessa, how has the journey been like in terms of, what benefit has this had or impact on your life?
Oh, well, it's had more than I expected, to be honest, because when it comes to Instagram, you think it's more of just like a fun little pastime, but it's actually had such a big effect on my life, more than I thought it would. So there have been many, but I think the main one for me is confidence. Like I said earlier, it took me a while to even start posting my own content. And then when I did that, I started getting more confident with you know, DMing brands, DMing other influencers, actually going to these foodie meetups and meeting the people that I was talking to on the screen. And all of those things have been pretty scary. They were pretty scary at first, but you know, I've made so many friends through this, and I've created so many opportunities for myself through this. So I would say that confidence is definitely a big one.
Wonderful. And I think sometimes you shared that most of your foodie friends didn't know how old you were.
Yeah, yeah. Many of them thought I was in university, but I'm 15.
So I think that goes to explain how confident you were, isn't it? Yeah. And I remember in terms of confidence, when you talk about confidence, I remember sometime we went for just before you started this, we went for a program, and then you wouldn't speak to anybody at that point.
Yeah.
You know, eventually the person that I linked you up with, you are still communicating.
Yeah.
Line up that the lady was what? Can you
She was
say that story a little
she
bit?
was an influencer as well, so that was a coincidence.
Okay. All right. What about you, Blessing? What has this journey done for you in terms of building you up, in terms of your confidence? Because I know that you, yeah, confidence is natural for you, but of course, this is my one. This is okay. The one I was. Let me just. Sorry. Let me just mute this person. Mute everyone. So you can unmute yourself, girls. Mute or yeah.
I would say for me it has helped me like with my social skills, and also like just actually being bothered to do things. So obviously like especially when I was starting out, I had to have a lot of engagement with people who would like and comment on my posts, because obviously I wanted them to come back to my account, especially when it was a smaller account.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like sometimes I'd get messages from people asking for advice. So obviously being able to word things in a way and to help them basically.
Yeah.
And then I would also say because you know, like it doesn't sound like much, but you do have to still sometimes make stuff or find stuff that you feel like would be suitable to repost.
Yeah.
So I would say that's how it's helped me.
Okay, great. And not only that, what about connecting with other people? So people that you would otherwise have been able to reach out to.
Oh yeah, especially because about 45% of my following base is in America. Okay. And I would like never have that if it wasn't for my account, because when would I need to be in contact with American people?
Yeah, and you did mention some time ago that a dermatologist actually reached out to you.
Oh yeah, I made a post one time, and then a dermatologist commented telling me that it was really good, so that was quite nice.
Exactly, boosting your confidence a lot more. Coming back to you, Vanessa, in terms of confidence, there was a time that someone reached out to you from which university was that in terms of research?
It was one in America. I think it was Michigan, but I'm not too sure. But basically, they were doing this, I guess, survey type of thing where they were messaging influencers, particularly food influencers, and researching the psychology behind it and how it's benefited them, basically. But I was too young to do it, so that was a bit sad, but yeah.
Yeah, but at least the thought of them, you know, choosing your account among all the you know, the millions of accounts that are available online, for yours to be picked was pretty impressive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you give a lot of thought to what you do. Great. So I'm just sharing this. I'm just asking the girls to share this. your young people who are here to know that being on social media is something that is now, I mean, the young people are born into that era. They will go on social media anyway, but at least this is the positive side of social media. So I'm just asking them to share that, so that that would get you thinking differently about your time on social media, rather than just using social media for what it is, what that 90% of people use it for. You could actually use it to do some pretty amazing stuff. Great, thank you for sharing, girls. So how long did it, in terms of income, Vanessa, are you making income? Are you making any money?
Yeah, I am. So I would say my main stream of income comes from the web and graphic design through my various clients, but I do also make money from some of the food promotions and collaborations that I do.
Wonderful. So in terms of how long did it take for the money to start coming? Because I remember your dad used to really make you worried
Yeah.
when the money wasn't coming, and he says, "Where's the money?"
Yeah.
Okay, so how long did it take, and can you remember?
I think it took probably a year or so,
Yeah.
or even probably over a year. But I feel like when you're passionate about what you're doing, or you're doing it mainly without the main focus being money, then it doesn't necessarily matter, or it doesn't matter as much. But yeah, the money is obviously nice, and when it came in abundance. So that was.
I like the wine, and I also remember when you used to dance in front of him and show him your money. Anyway, so what about you, Blessing? What's your source of income in online?
Well, for me, I just really mainly shout people out and do promotions and stuff like that.
Yeah, and is that money that can get you your essential stuff, or?
Yeah, it's pretty good, because sometimes I like to think of it as the money I make from one post, that would have been like a couple hours worth of work, like, you know, with a job or something like that. So being able to like just sit back and post something and then make that money is pretty nice.
Yeah, great. And especially when the lockdown happened, how was it for you? In fact, I'll come to that one. Just hold the thought. Now we will now talk about the actually the exciting thing, or the reason why our guests are here, is the course. Yay! So you have been thinking about, I mean, before this time when you started making money online, you were getting noticed. In fact, I would say that courtesy of Antidonia. Antidonia started inviting you to events, and then you used to share your journey with other people, and then people got interested, invited you to places to speak and other things. And that kind of just snowballed into the fact that, okay, why don't you just create a course so that you can, the information is not only when you're there, because if it's online, it is there for everyone to be able to have access to. Now, in talking about the course, what made you start, Vanessa, if I haven't answered the question already?
Well, yeah, it was mainly that. So I think we started planning it. I think it was more of a spontaneous thing, but we started planning it around December. But I saw it as more of a oh, what if type of thing. Like, I didn't actually expect us to do it, but when lockdown hit, I kind of revisited the idea and thought, hey, I've got all this extra time now. I might as well spend the time doing something productive. And so I wanted to be able to help young people, predominantly young people, learn how to start, manage, and grow a business just in the same way that I did. And I thought, how do I collect 2 years worth of knowledge and put it into an easy to understand, quick, simple course? And so that's what I spent most of my lockdown doing. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result.
Awesome, great. What about you, Blessing? What was your motivation for thinking about the course?
For me, I guess it's kind of similar to Vanessa in the sense of like, you can just like teach people the skills that, you know, I've gained over the past 2 years. So that's pretty cool. I did start mine, like I also did mine during lockdown, but obviously I had my BTEC to do, so I had to pause it to do some coursework. But then pretty much after that, it was just sitting down, planning what my videos are gonna be like, how am I gonna sort out my modules for it to make sense.
Great. So yes, I'm glad you stopped, because that would be the next question, to be honest. In terms of, and I will start with Vanessa on that one. How has creating the course impacted your life? How did you come with the models? How did you even think about, okay, I need to do X, Y, Z to be able to make it make sense?
Okay, so it's helped with a number of things. I think off the top of my head, definitely time productivity. Because when it comes to working on a big project like a course, you really have to factor in that all the hours that you get in the day, because obviously we all get the same 24 hours. Some people get 20 tasks done in a day, some people get 5, and so you really need to space out your tasks and what you're doing. And
Sorry, yes.
sorry,
Not the interruption.
yeah, but yeah, really using things like journaling and alarms, making sure that you're planning out and spacing out your tasks, and yeah.
Wonderful. What about you, Blessing? Because when it comes to time management, okay.
It's something I've definitely learned how to do, which was something I kind of actually didn't expect, was more like just editing and stuff, because like this was the first time that like I'd ever truly had to like sit down, edit stuff, you know, like sit down at night, and I've got to listen to my voice for like 3 hours straight. It can be a bit draining sometimes, you know, but I definitely say that that's a skill I've gained. Also, like when it came to kind of forming the modules, it was more of what would people want to know, or what is most important when it comes to having an Instagram account and potentially making money from it. And pretty much once I got the module sorted, I was pretty much ready to go.
Awesome. Yeah, so among the two of you, you have the biggest account. How many followers now do you have?
Just about, I mean, I have 34,900, but you can just say 35,000.
Well done. And how was growing the account? What work did you have to put in to ensure that that's where it is now, that you can now share this knowledge with other people?
I mean, to be honest, when I look back at it, I don't really feel like I actually had to put that much effort in it, because before I even started the account, I used to spend a lot of my time on Instagram already. Yeah. So it was more of just like actively deciding, I'm gonna use the 2 hours that I spend on Instagram, let me spend half of them posting and interacting with other people and see where it gets me.
Wonderful, yeah, because I know that, and this is to the parents who are on this platform. I remember when Blessing started Instagram account, she didn't tell me or her dad, and then we actually deleted the account from her phone, and then she rejoined again. I think we did that for 3 times, and then we eventually gave up. So I want to encourage the parents to do is that it's not the case of us stopping the children from doing what they are supposed to do, especially when it comes to online. This is their era. Creating it or directing them to use it profitably or productively is what this conversation is all about. And I hope that by this conversation, you'll be able to pick that up and help your children along the way. So with Vanessa, what are you offering?
Okay, so I think I touched on that a bit, but it's mainly a course predominantly targeting young people, so people around my age or even younger, and teaching them how to start.
Remember, Sylvia is on the call, and Sylvia wants to join your course.
Yeah. I mean, it's for all ages. It's for all ages.
Yes.
But yeah, I just wanted to make it accessible for as many people as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, teaching them how to start, manage, grow a business, whether that's a product-based business or a service-based business. It also goes through, if you don't have an idea to begin with, it goes through the process of picking an idea and then kind of expanding off of it. So it's more of, yeah, it starts from the very, very basics, which a lot of courses don't really do nowadays. They usually just jump straight into it. But yeah, it really eases people into the to the business mindset, into the business world. And yeah, so I used cartoons for most of it, bright colors, you know, really simple but effective teaching.
Awesome. Yeah. So in terms of what the course is all about, your main aim is to help young people to do what? To replicate what you have done in terms of using.
Well, not necessarily replicate what I've done. They can if they want to, but there are multiple different strategies that you can use, and I kind of go through the different types of strategies and the different types of ways that you could go about it. So someone might have a completely different business idea or Instagram idea to me, and then still watch the course and gain value from it.
Wonderful. But mainly, predominantly for them to be able to use what they did or what comes to them naturally.
Yeah.
To start the business of that, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Right. What about you, Blessing? What are you offering? What does the course entail?
So my course is basically all about just growing your Instagram account and using that to kind of make money from it. It's split into 5 modules, and I literally go through everything. So say for example, if you don't really understand Instagram, I go through setup, settings, and then I go into insights, which is definitely something you need if you want to make money from Instagram. And then pretty much just how to get content. So if you're sat here thinking, I don't know what to post, we go through that. Also how to actually post and grow your engagement. And then last but definitely not least, actually making money from it. And throughout the video, pretty much all the videos in the course, all the videos in the course are tutorial style. So it's basically me doing it on my phone and showing you how to do it so that you can follow easily, step by step.
That's pretty awesome. So in terms of so your course, you want to help people to actually use Instagram actively, isn't it? And you believe that when you grow your Instagram account, your Instagram account, what happens? When people, when you grow the following, what then happens in terms of
aside from making money, or just
so in terms of it rolling up to be something that would generate income?
Well, I mean, apart from just making money on Instagram, I feel like it's kind of having a platform in general. So for example, if I feel like I want to raise awareness to something, then if I post about it, a lot more people will see it on my beauty account than on my personal account, because I've gained my followers there, and they're more likely to pay attention to the type of stuff I post or what I have to say in general.
That's pretty awesome. Wonderful. Any last thoughts, girls? Any of you, before we can ask for questions? If anybody has any question, okay. No, not anything that I didn't ask. No. Okay. So yes, thank you so much, everyone, for listening. So we just had to go through what they've been going through in terms of how they started and obviously how they have moved on from just starting a basic account. And I remember, I think it's a couple of years now, just when you start, I remember 2018 Christmas, you were sat with Natalie and she was telling you about what to do to grow your Instagram account and all that. So even if you say it's 2 years, yes, it's actually coming up to 2 years now. It's not 2 years yet. And from there, you've been able to achieve what you have achieved now, to the point of creating a course to teach other people. Now, in terms of questions, does anybody have any question? If you have any question, please put on the chat. so that we can
I think
answer
it's
them.
disabled.
Sorry,
I think
says
it's
chat's
the
disabled.
chat's disabled.
is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
The chat is disabled.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we probably have to, I don't know how that happened, maybe during the setup. That's not nice. You could just ask the girls the question, please, if you have any. It will save me the going back into the settings to.
I'm coming to look at it because my this doesn't come. The volume doesn't.
Sorry.
Okay. Can I ask my question very quickly?
Yes. Yes, please.
Is it me? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
For starters, I'm so impressed.
What's the Zoom app gone?
Very, very. I'm impressed. You sound so
Join
professional.
it again and it'll work.
Hear me?
Yes. Yes. We
Yeah.
can hear you.
One question I want to ask before we get, I don't know what's
Good to
happening.
me.
It looks like we're getting interference. But have you thought about, well, no, I shouldn't say that, but do you have bookkeepers or accountants? Because what you don't want to do is to make all your big money and then to be, to get into trouble with that. This is serious, although I'm laughing, because sometimes people, when we start businesses, you tend to forget these little things, but then they're big things. So it's important that when you start a business, if you start making your contributions straight away, they start very small, and then as the time goes and then you make more money, you get used to it, and therefore it becomes part and parcel. You build credibility if you pay your taxes on time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the question that I want to ask, and just so that you start building it into your accounts. If you don't make any money, you don't pay anything. So don't be afraid of taxes, but it's important that you start working about that so that you build credibility, and then as you grow and you're training people, you're teaching them, and you're teaching them good practice. So that's a question. I don't know if it was a question or a statement, but that's my contribution. That's my contribution.
Okay, yeah, thank you, first of all, really appreciate it. But I would say I sort of have a simple setup. So I save a percentage of my money. I save a percentage of my money. I spend it, and then I save up for bigger items, and then I also donate a percentage of my money. But I definitely do need to look into actually saving properly. So maybe having a meeting with the bank or something. I do also want to get into investment in the future as well. So
sorry, can I just come in? No, I didn't mean saving. I meant actually paying taxes on your business. Yeah. It's important that you start paying taxes. As I said, if you don't earn enough, then you don't pay anything. The HM, what do you call them? The HMRC will not tax you if you haven't made enough. But there's a guidance that you follow, and I think it's good practice to start learning how to pay your taxes now. You don't want to wait till it's not a good feeling. I've avoided it, and I've been in business for a long time. I've done my best to avoid having to owe them money, but when you do, it's not a nice thing, and also I think it's good practice. Okay. So that's what I meant. Yeah, so not saving but paying taxes with HMRC.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you for the talk. Any other question, please?
Yes, I have a question. But just before the question, I want to say well done.
Thank you.
Great
so much.
job. Well done. You've made us proud. We're very proud of you. You made a difference to the percentage of people that are using social media that is causing a lot of problem for the youth. So well done. Thank you ever so much. Thank you to your parents. We're truly grateful for them setting examples and going all the way. And we know that what we're seeing in you is actually what they have allowed you to become. So we give thanks to them. Well done, and well done for listening. Because if you never listen to them, we won't be here listening to you. You're commanding a lot of adults tonight. And we're all seated just listening to you and learning from you. So my question to you is in two ways. One, we are doing what they call the Next Generation series right now. And it's been done for It's going to be for 4 weeks. We started just last Mondays, every Monday. And the question I have for you is that, because it's for the youth, how have you been able to manage, I'll say, your mindset in terms of not allowing the actual social media that is making other people be corrupted, not to go the negative side for you? That's my first question to you.
Okay. So for me, because of the type of stuff that I post anyway, I feel like I don't really come in contact with that side of social media. It's very much a case of Instagram and pretty much social media in general. It shows you what you want to see. So obviously, if you go and then you search some stuff that maybe you shouldn't be searching, then obviously that's going to show up more. But if you're using social media to benefit you and you're searching up good stuff, then good stuff will come up. If you're using it to search up politics, politics will come up. If you're using it to search music, music will come up. So it's just about what you in general want to see.
Yeah, and just to add to that, I would also say that when you're creating or managing a business, it's pretty easy to fall into the motivational side of social media. So watching motivational videos, watching other influencers, and you know, really surrounding yourself by people that you're influenced by in a positive way. So when you're constantly seeing people who are either more successful than you, more knowledgeable than you, it kind of motivates you to really push yourself and try to achieve what they've achieved as well.
Excellent, thank you. And my last question quickly. And my last question quickly is, I'm hoping I'll be able to make contact with you and your parents, obviously, after this, because it would be nice for other youth to hear and see what you're doing. And I just want to say, would you be happy to do that?
Oh, of course.
We would be honored.
Yeah.
I'd be honored.
Yeah, that would be great.
We will be talking after this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Well
so
done.
much. Thank you
Can I
so
come
much.
in?
So even before lockdown, they were mainly doing the speeches in churches, just to encourage the young ones. Like they've mentioned, social media is it's just a tool. If you use it, like they would give it an example as a knife. You can use it to chop your ingredients and cook, or you can use it to do any other things.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I have seen that, and it's the same for me as well. When I go on when I take someone else's phone and I look on their social media feed, I always think, is it the same Facebook we are? Because my Facebook has nothing else other than just motivation, people talking about business, because I'm not on social media to people who knows me know that I was somebody who didn't like social media at all until the idea of using it for business came in, and I realized that wow, that was something I'd never heard before. And since then, I had to leave my old Facebook account to create a new one, just to be invite business people who are into business into my circle of friends on Facebook. And yes, that is, if the young people want to do business on social media, that is exactly what will happen. And to talk about the motivation, yes, business people are surrounded by motivation, whether they are believers or not. It's the same thing that people get encouraged by. Post after post is talking about either the business buying and selling, or is talking about how you can keep motivated to weather the storms on a day-to-day basis with your business. So thank you so much for your contribution.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, I was gonna call on you, Sylvia. Anyway, nice to have you here.
Thank you. I don't know what I'm doing with the with Zoom. I keep putting my hand up and speaking there. So I just want to say, and then I'll ask my question, but I want to say that, your two girls are both completely, totally amazing. I haven't known you for more than a couple of years. You're fantastic, but your kids are incredible. And this is not to take anything away from Blessing, because I haven't actually worked with you yet, but I'm definitely hoping to, and I'm definitely signing up for both of your courses. But just for those other people who are here, I just want to say that Vanessa has been working on my website, and she's absolutely, completely stunning. I mean, I've had 2 other people in the past who have done websites for me who are older professional web designers, and their design was rubbish. And the thing is, Vanessa is also incredibly patient, because I've been bit of a pain in the backside in getting information over to her, but she's been so kind, so patient, so tolerant, which matters a lot. And every time I refer somebody to my website, I just feel proud. It's like my chest puffs out like a
Thank you
chicken.
so much.
It's completely amazing.
Thank you.
And you know, she interprets everything I ask. The next time I look, it's like, wow, she's done it already. It's incredible. So I can't wait to sign on for both of your courses. I want to learn how to monetize social media. I was about 100 times more how can I say, incompetent or scared than your mum was about social media. I'm not saying your mum was incompetent, but you know what she's just said. I think there's an opportunity that you guys are both missing, if I can say, and I just want to ask you to think about this. So your mum rightly said, remember Sylvia's on this call, because for the other people who are on the call, I'm 72 years old. So that is way past a comfort age to be working with social media and to be doing courses. It's one of those things where people of my age tend, you know, they're either naturally good at it because, you know, their mind works that way, or alternatively, you get loads of people around my age who are just like, I can't do it. And so all these opportunities are taken away from them. And I think that with you 2 girls, I think it's really correct of you to focus on young people and what you can bring and offer to them, but you need to focus on people of my age as well. And the reason I'm saying it, this is personal, okay, to you 2, is that I'm just going to say, I'm not going to mention names other than your mum, but your mum and I have been at the mercy of people who are slick, smart kids, haven't we? Spent thousands of pounds and actually come away just going, well, okay, we've lost our money. Because those people are not mindful of the age that we are. What I think, listening to you 2, even how you're thinking of presenting your work to young people, fits really well for people of my age, because you're talented, you're gifted, you're extremely lovely girls, and you're very personable and knowledgeable.
Yeah.
So I think you should think about also offering for, I mean, don't call them this, but I'm going to say it this way, what they call beginners but wrinklies. So, you know,
Oh gosh, yeah, we should definitely look into doing that. Thank you.
definitely should. And
Yeah, that'd be great.
The final thing I wanted to say about your business is I got what your Auntie Azara was saying about the taxes. She's definitely right in what she's saying. You need to know what the threshold is before you have to pay tax.
Yeah.
The problem is the HMRC is that it's one of the most unforgiving bodies that you can have. So my view would be that, you know, you could both independently, if you wanted to, set yourself up as sole traders. I have had a brilliant accountant for the last 40 years and off you know, off this particular meeting, I'd be really happy to give you his card and,
Oh, that would be
you
great.
know,
Thank
sing
you. Yeah.
your praises,
Thank
because
you.
I'm sure that you would get on. But
Thank you
yeah,
so
I
much.
think everybody should use you. And please think about doing courses for the older people. And please let me know when the dates and the cost of your courses are, because I don't want to miss it.
Yeah,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much, Olivia. Thank you for that. Yes, I remember that conversation about the person who did your website. You paid to the tune of £3,000, and
Yeah, and it
I
was
walked away with
rubbish.
nothing. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm also glad that Vanessa has been able to satisfy you on that basis. Any other question, please?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I have a contribution to make.
Oh, Sister Ngozi, hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me show my face a little bit.
Yay. Thank you.
Hello, Beatrice. Hello, lovely daughter. Vanessa, I'm Blessing.
Yeah.
Blessing, you are my namesake.
Yeah.
And I can assure you that everything you touch turn into gold in Jesus' name.
Amen.
And Vanessa, you too, both of you, I pray that all that you have started, the blessing of God will follow it. The hand of God will follow it, and you shall prosper.
Amen.
You are highly limitless, okay?
Yeah. Thank you so
and
much.
no weapon formed against you shall prosper.
Yeah. Amen.
You will reach your full age, your full potential, and everything. The
Amen.
Lord will guide you. You are the ruler and the director in your generation, okay? You are a superstar. I give you these blessings by the mercy of God.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are doing very well.
Thank
I
you.
really
I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from you.
God bless
And I called my young man 11 to come and listen. He's busy on the phone.
you.
I tell you, in fact, I'm going to give it to you to mentor him. In fact, you people should mentor him. I want him to start doing like you.
Yeah.
Like the other auntie, when he was talking, was asking you what was your motivation and everything. I'm sure your parents are your motivation. As she has rightly said, she supported you. She didn't, even though she tried to discourage you at the initial stage, but when she saw, these girls, they are into something.
Yeah.
She has to look into what are they doing. Let me encourage them instead of discouraging them.
Absolutely.
Like me too, I did the same. I saw my young man, oh my God, always driving from iPad, he will go to the phone. Driving from the phone, they go to the computer. Driving from the computer, every gadget in the house.
Yeah.
This boy knows how to. I said, my God, this one I raised yesterday. I was having a little problem on the phone, and he told me what to do, and it became okay.
Yeah.
It became okay. 11 only. That time it was less than 11.
No.
See? So he does a lot of things on the computer. So I'm encouraged to look into what he's doing, support him, direct him in a positive way.
Yeah.
So it's so amazing, so amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I've got to say to tell you. Thank you so much.
Thank
Please
you.
mentor my son, I beg you.
Thank you. Thank you for
He
sharing.
will like you.
Great.
Hi there. I've got a question. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hear me?
Yes.
Ooh. Right. Okay. So I turned on my camera and it's really dark here. Well done, girls. Totally inspirational. Well done, mommy. I did try and get my son who's 7 and my daughter who's 4 to come and listen to you guys, because it's just great to have positive images. They're now trying to run into the computer.
All right.
But I did have a question. So the question was, at what point did you start getting attention? Was it when you hit 1,000 followers, 2,000 followers? What is sort of the mark that sort of started making people more aware of you guys? And then secondly, if you're not getting any money through sponsorship and endorsements and things like that, how would you actually earn your money? It's not, for example, like if you're on YouTube, you know that, okay, it's based on your viewership and your followers, the number of followers that you have. But in terms of Instagram, is there a point at which that I need to hit this amount of following, I need to have X amount of, maybe you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I'll go. So for me, I'd say I kind of noticed that I was getting more attention when when I hit around, I'd say 2,000, 3,000 followers, because during that time I used to like send my post to people to like, and it got to a point where I'd post and I realized I didn't need to send it to those people anymore because I was just getting likes and comments naturally. And as for the making money one, I feel like, so obviously because of how my account is, it was pretty much from 10,000 onwards that I would say I started making money. But if you're not getting messages from people, then there's different sites you can go to try and get people to pay you to promote their products.
Yeah. So I would say for me, I started to gain attraction from brands and restaurants at around, I think, 1,000 followers, even under that. But I feel like with Instagram, it's not like a specific number that you have to reach before getting collaborations. I think 500 followers and up, you can even start DMing people if your engagements are high enough. So I know people with thousands and thousands of followers who aren't getting any sponsorships, who aren't putting themselves out there. And then there are smaller accounts than me who are doing more than me. So I think it actually depends on the person who's running the account and how many people, restaurants, brands they're DMing. So yeah, but I think a good starting point would be around 1,000 followers.
Yeah, so thank you, Vanessa, for sharing that. Can you just say quickly, when you started DMing, how long it took you and how many did you have to DM? Because
yeah,
when we talk about these things, people might not know the concept, or they just to give people a little bit of details, please.
Yeah, so it did take a while. I think it took about a month or two, if not more than that, of constantly DMing brands, DMing restaurants. Around the time where I was actually sort of giving up was when a restaurant actually reached out to me. So that was really convenient. And then from then on, it was smooth sailing for the most part. Obviously, there's ups and downs, but since then I have been getting maybe weekly or every couple of weeks someone DMing me, which is good.
Okay,
yeah, so it's worth it. It's worth the struggle at the beginning.
Just as a follow-up question, so I manage my kids' Instagram account. Their account is doing far much better than my other two accounts that I do, but I noticed that within that community of book lovers and such, they use this follow the loop train thing. I'm sure you've come across that. I don't know if you've had it. Is this something that you used? I mean, I've never used it because I don't feel that you get legitimate followers, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, so I would say be careful with those. Check out the accounts that are asking for follows and that sort of thing. I don't do that anymore because I feel like I don't necessarily need to. At the beginning I was doing that and it's sort of hit or miss. So sometimes they might just be bots or sometimes they are legitimate followers. And some of the people that I was in those following loops with, I'm still in touch with to this day. So if you are going to be doing that, then I would say just look at the account, scroll through it, make sure that it's a legitimate account and that you're not just engaging with a bot.
Yeah, pretty much just what you're saying on that. Just be careful of bots, because obviously if you have your account and you're just following bots or bots are following you, it's really easy for Instagram to just decide to block your account or something like that. Yeah. And obviously, even if you do have bots and say you have 5,000 followers, who's going to want you to promote? Because all anyone has to do is go onto your account. You've got 5,000 followers, but why do you only have 10 likes? So it's kind of making sure that your posts and your interaction actually matches the amount of followers you have.
Yeah.
Okay, saying that, Blessing, how many typically do you get? How many followers typically do you get in a day? Or
well, at my top, when I'm really going for it, the most I've had in one day was I think 200 or 300 followers. Okay. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Great. We just take one more question from Nowaski. Noah, if you're still here, can you ask your question? And then before we do the release the links for the course. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening. Thank you for the questions. So Noah, are you here?
Yes, I'm around.
Okay, wonderful. Nice.
Are you all here?
joining us all the way from Ghana.
Yes, yes. Okay. I'm really impressed about the kids, and I think you are doing well. I applaud you. In fact, you're a great inspiration to most of us already, because we have been using Instagram and other social media platforms just for fun and not anything. But I think tonight you've really spoken to us about something that we can, be passionate about and then make money out of it. The little I just want to add is about advertisement. Blessing, in your presentation, you said it's good to post about things you are passionate about. For instance, animals and any other thing you are passionate about. How about if you realize that people are not really interested in such stuff? How do you get them to follow you on Instagram in order to grow it? I just want to, like, the processes you use, the advertisements, and then the
Well, obviously I elaborate more into that stuff in the course, but
so buy the course.
But the main thing for me, I would say, is like, again, even if it's something that you are passionate about but you don't think many people are passionate about, you should still post about it, because at the end of the day, that is what will keep, that's what's going to make you keep on posting even on the days that you don't feel like it. Because obviously if you're posting about cars and you don't like cars, it's very easy for you to just give up. But whereas if you're posting about animals and you actually like animals, you're going to be more likely to post. And again, for me, I think it's just keeping up with your posting, actually trying to reach out to similar accounts to you, and just being motivated to keep on posting, because obviously, unfortunately, it's not going to happen overnight. But if you keep on going, I mean, there's over like 7 billion people in this world. A majority of them will have an Instagram account. So it's just a case of actually being able to reach out to them.
Yeah. Just to add to that, I feel like saying there aren't people interested in what you're interested in is actually not true for the most part, because Instagram is such a diverse platform. Even the most nichest interest that you have, I guarantee you there will be probably up to 1 million people who are interested in the type of thing that you are. So like Blessing said, making sure that you're following the right people, making sure that you kind of tailor your explore page to the things that you want to see, checking out hashtags, just making sure that you're finding people without giving too much away, finding people who are interested in the same thing as you.
Okay.
Wow. I must say that you girls should keep it up. And then to your mom for her support.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah, you too, Noah. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. So what we are going to do next is to launch the course. Who is excited? So how many modules does your course consist of, Blessing?
5 modules.
And 5 for me as well.
Okay, so 5. I mean, if you can just break it down, please, Blessing.
Okay, so module 1 is all about creating and setting up an Instagram account. So I literally walk you through creating an account, sorting out your profile picture, your bio, your username, and then looking into settings as well. Module 2 is about insights, which is basically a tool that you need to use if you want to make money off of Instagram. It makes it easier for you to understand your account. Module 3 is all about finding content, creating content, and also editing content. So it varies if you want to be just taking screenshots or if you actually want to create your own stuff. And then module 4 is all about actually posting and then doing things to engage and grow your account. And then module 5 is monetizing and the different ways you can make money through that.
Awesome.
Wait,
From
no, I
my-
was going to ask, were you not going to put the graphic of
I
what
will do that. I'll do that, but just so that you explain. Or do you want it on the screen?
yeah.
Okay. There we go. Drum roll. There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
So those are the courses. Monetize your passion. So Vanessa wants people to. Okay. I shouldn't steal your limelight. So Vanessa, talk us through.
Yeah. So module 1 is all about starting out. So finding an idea that you enjoy, or if you have an interest in something but don't know how you'd be able to monetize that. And then talking about the different ways that you can actually turn that into a business. Module 2 is differentiating the differences between service-based businesses and product-based businesses, the different ways that you have to go about that, because they do require different methods, different strategies of making them successful. Module 3 is searching for customers, because of course you could have a great business idea, but if you can't find customers or clients, then it's not really going to go far. So just talking through the different methods of finding customers. Module 4 is all about staying organized. So productivity, what we were talking about earlier, you know, maximizing the hours in your day, staying on top of things. If you go to school, then managing the two and that kind of thing. And then module 5 just talks about your finances and how to make sure you don't blow all your money at once.
Yeah, there's always that temptation, isn't there?
Yeah.
Wonderful. Okay, thank you so much for coming. So those are the modules, and the URL is at the bottom there. Unfortunately, for some reason, the chat is not working. I think I didn't do the setting right. I would have put the link on the chat, but otherwise, take a picture, copy it, type it on your phone, and then you can type that on the online, and then the course is up and running. Thank you so much for coming.
And I think if anyone doesn't get it on time, then maybe just reach out to Mum, or reach out to one of us, and then we can just send it to you.
Okay, great.
Can I just ask, can you hear me?
Yes.
When is the date of the courses?
Oh, so the courses have been released today. It's online.
Oh, they're already, right, I've got it. So they're videoed already?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's a membership site. So you have been trying to do membership site for the longest. The girls have beaten you to it. Yeah, it's a membership site. You know, log in and then listen to the videos and then ask questions if you have any. Besides that, in fact, just before we ran up, Vanessa, you are also offering coaching for those that wants to do anything advanced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so starting in December, I'm pretty sure, I would be doing a 6-week coaching. Once you purchase the course, then it tells you more about the coaching. But yeah, basically a 6-week coaching, going into even more detail than the course, and then just kind of one-to-one guidance and support with your business ideas.
Yeah, great. And like Sylvia is saying, you would sometimes courses, people will buy courses, and for one or two reasons you'll be procrastinating and wouldn't get to the point of actually taking the action. But with the coaching, what do you aim to help people get out of it, Nessa?
Yeah, so like you said, a lot of people will watch courses, they have all the information, they're feeling motivated, but then they kind of go back into the habits of not getting anything done. So I think having the coaching and the support there is like a constant reminder that you should be on it, you should be working on your business, but it also teaches you how to focus on your business as much as possible, but without burning out as well. So I feel like the coaching kind of helps you sort of balance your time well, and yeah.
Wonderful. And what about you, Blessing? What are you offering in terms of beyond the course?
Yep, so I'm also offering coaching to help you grow your account as well, because obviously there's only so much detail that the course goes into, but getting a one-to-one, we can really sit down and plan out and sort out how to grow your account.
Awesome. Okay. All right. Any question from anybody before we run up? Thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
I
I
just wanted to.
Hello.
all the way from Ghana as well. Awesome.
Yeah, it's all the way from Ghana.
It's
I've
been a while.
listening to your presentation.
Yeah.
And it has been very, very insightful and easy to understand.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I also appreciate your communication skills. It's right on point.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay. But I have colleagues around who are into this social media posting, trying to get some money and all that. But after a while, they run out of content and stuff like that, and they give up. Okay. But my main question about your course is, do you give any kind of certificates when you buy the course and you are finished?
Actually,
well, for me, I have a little video at the end just congratulating you for finishing the course.
Yeah.
And I mean, even when you're done with the course, you can still go back on it, because there might be things that you might watch and think, oh, I don't want to do that. But then when you go back, you can rewatch it and think, actually, let me give that a try, or something like that.
yeah. I think for me, if someone purchases my course and then they reach out to me and then tell me that they've completed all the videos, and sort of give me like a review on how they thought it went, I'll be happy to send them a certificate of some sort. Yeah, marking that they've completed it.
You've completed it, because of some people who need to manage company's site, or just to show that, oh, they did something on Instagram, so I can manage your page for you. So if they have this, it's a proof.
That's good. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for that.
Wonderful. Sylvia, did you want to say anything?
No, I just wanted to check, because I'm slow on the uptake on these things. In order to book on it, do I just go to the website and then I can get it there?
Yes.
Yeah, just type in that exact link.
So if you take a picture, Sylvia, and then you type in,
because you said take a picture, so I did.
Yeah, great.
Thank you.
So the link at the bottom, the one that is under Monetize Your Passion, that is Vanessa's course. The one that is Insta Influencer, that's Blessing's course. So
okay,
if you
I want
type the link,
so that's great.
On the search bar.
Hi guys.
Thank you.
Sorry, I just went onto this Insta Influencer one.
Yeah.
And it says, because I put my card details in, and it's saying it's not a live site. Your request is in test mode, but use a non-test live card. So I don't know if it's set up or something.
I think maybe I didn't turn the test.
Something with Stripe. Something with Stripe. Use test. So
okay. Yeah, I'll just go and do that. I will turn it off. Yes. Thank you.
I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm
You're on it. That is great. Yes, we've got our first customer already. Awesome. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming.
Before we go, I just want to say thank you, Mum, because you kind of have been a big motivator and a big push force, and obviously, like, as much as we've kind of put in the work, you've helped us and sat down and said, how are you going to structure it, how are you going to do it, and yeah, this wouldn't be a thing if it wasn't for you, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Proud of my girls. I wouldn't say Blessing, because I know you're waiting to hear Blessing. I'm proud of you girls, especially Blessing. Blessing, I know that you wanted to do what you're doing, and I'm so happy for you. And I pray that wherever you go with this, you're gonna go far, both of you anyway. And Nessa, I will be chatting with you for you to take me through the course, because I don't really know much about Instagram and all that, but I'm gonna come to you. So I'm really proud of you guys.
Wonderful. I remember when so Aisha is is my younger sister, and when Blessing was 5, Aisha wanted to get Blessing to do modeling, and I've always said, no, I don't want my children on limelight. No. So yeah, she's laughing at me now, having them on.
She's my daughter, not yours.
I get that. All right, ladies, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry, thank you so much for coming. I will switch off the test mode and then get it on live. Thank you. And
thank you, Beatrice, for inviting me. That was amazing. I'm so proud of your girls. They're doing tremendously well. I don't know much about Instagram, but now that I know that they'll do a course, I might be getting in touch with them.
Lovely.
This is very inspiring. Well done, well done. I like it when I see young girls coming up like this with very innovative ideas. This is mind-blowing.